Alrighty, we're live on YouTube. Now we're live on TikTok. Waiting for some people to get in here. Good day today. Got faked out. Got faked out today, but we got it back in, and I almost sold down here, but I waited till I sold right here just to be safe. And let's see what we got. Yeah, that's what we got today. I got faked out. I did not wait for the liquidity sweep. So we had liquidity resting up here. And I thought the same thing was going to happen like it happened yesterday. We just got a reversal, no liquidity sweep. But this was S&T. As you can see on ES, we swept those highs. But on NQ, we did not. So that's why they reversed. And today, we swept the highs on both. So we swept this high. And I should have waited for the liquidity sweep, strong displacement before getting in the sell trade. I got in after we candle closed below this inverse fair value gap. It was an expansion. So I made my losses back for like $150 day or something. But I almost sold here because once we got in late, I was like, we're going to run down lower. However, these were equal lows here and equal lows here. So very strong liquidity point. I didn't really think it was going to run from there. And luckily, I got off the chart also. It was 12 o'clock. This is 1 o'clock. So I was like, let's just stay on to 1. And then I sold, but I had to take profit down here in case we did wind up still going to our take profit, the final one. I was just going to come back like tonight on our live and talk about it. But this is why, like I said, I always sell at the first one. It goes to the first liquidity point 100% of the time. Now, after that, it might keep running the rest of the day. It might not. We still have been trading in like a sidewaysy zone. That's what we've been doing. So today I'm going to back test how often we get an expansion. We got both today, an expansion, or how often we get a reversal. And then I want to mark out what happens the most. Like I have a notepad here, so we don't have to like, go off the screen. But I want to see how often one or the other happens, so we can see if we can just trade reversals or just trade expansions, or if we have to learn how to catch both. Because I did get faked out on this. I had a feeling we were going to get faked out. This displacement candle looked good at the time, but it wasn't as good as these. And I've noticed on the 5-minute, you want to wait for these long ones, even though technically that candle closed way down here, which is the smallest move ever. I got in halfway through the candle because I just knew it was going down, but that could have been a risky trade to get in at that point. But we took the sell. It was a nice trade. We swept liquidity, though. That's how I knew too. We swept liquidity. That was the liquidity we were waiting for. I should have waited for that. So we're just going to test. We're almost there. We're so close to the strategy. Well, for me, obviously, y'all might not trade like this or like any of this. But I'm so close to finding just one thing I trade every day if it doesn't happen, So we're going to back test. We got the liquidity sweep. And yeah, that's in the 10 a.m. hour. The 9 a.m. trade did play out nicely. But again, sometimes this just does not work in certain markets. Something that goes in every market. So that's what we're going to back test today. We're going to sit on the 5-minute, and we're going to I'm going to mark out how many times we get reversals, how many times we get continuations. So this might be a boring live today, so I'm sure a lot of people might not be in it. But we're going to just see how many times we get reversals at 10 a.m., how many times we get continuations at 10 a.m. And then we are going to, I'm in next New York session. Yeah. And we're just going to go from there. And we'll do 10 to 12 is our time frame. 10 to 12. We'll mark out our buy side and our sell side. Buy side is the top side. Sell side is the bottom side, for those who don't know. These are kind of equal highs, so maybe let's just, they're kind of close, and then they're kind of equal highs. Okay. So let's see how often we get a reversal. And I'm going to check it off. Again, this is going to be a boring live, so if y'all don't want to stay on it, I don't blame you. We're not going to mark up the trade or anything. We're going to see how many reversals we get to the opposing side, how many continuations we get. And if it's a neither, and I'll say fake, I'll mark a fake out. I don't have a fake out. Okay, so this is just a sideways consolidation. So we wouldn't have traded none of this. So I'm gonna mark that. I don't have a section for that, but let's say consolidations. We have one consolidation. So no trade would have been taken, no continuation, no reversal. And let's go to the next session. This is all I want to do today. I want to see how many we get, and at the end of the session, we'll know, like, hey, we should only trade reversals, we should only trade expansions, or we should actually take our fucking time to learn both. Which we can do, obviously, eventually, but I want something that will get us funded and make us millions of dollars first. Not millions, but, make us a good 100K first before we start, trying to, overdo stuff. We're all, well, not all of us, but a lot of us are beginners here. So, I mean, we already swept this liquidity. I don't know if there's a higher one for us, so we just gotta wait for a reversal. Buy side, we do have equal lows, so let's see. Boom, 10 a.m. reversal, 1, which is usually what I trade. So we have one reversal, one consolidation so far. Right at 10 a.m. Turtle soup. I love this setup beautifully. Next session, because I just feel like continuations aren't as often, and then I'm always trying to play them. Even today we got both. We got beautiful continuation, and then we got a reversal. So I could have either just waited for the reversal. I also have to do better at reacting off fair value gaps both ways. I'll either wait for it to inverse, honestly, now, because today, like, technically we closed below it a lot, and then it swept liquidity, so there was no reason for me to get in it. But I want to try to either catch it after, it bounces off of it. But this was the expansion to go higher. But whatever, it happens. But if I just would have waited for the reversal, it wouldn't have mattered. That shit wouldn't have mattered. I didn't even mark liquidity. Sorry, y'all. There's liquidity down here. And then liquidity up here. This is sometimes it's clear. Like, this might be a continuation day because we have to fill this. But let's see if it reverses from here. I mean, this is a hard one. This still is a decent trade. And so is this, but I'm gonna chuck this up to consolidation, like trading sideways. What do y'all think? Yeah, we have no fair value gap to inverse. If we had a fair value gap to inverse, I mean, we have a tiny one that you could have traded off of. Let's see the risk to reward before the candle closes kind of way up here though. Stop loss below this low. That's almost a 1 to 1.5. If you knew to take it to 1.5, you could have. There is a gap here. You could have took it to. I've seen people take these reversals as reversal traders. Like TJR will take like a small scalp, or I've taken these retracements before. So I'm gonna count it as a reversal. Do y'all think we should count it as a reversal? I don't know. We're gonna count it as a reversal. It's a decent 1 to 1.5 trade. I'm gonna give it to you, or you would just once the candle closes for a small win, something like that. I'm gonna chuck that to the reversal. Next New York session. I honestly want to see too how the eye would be if we honestly just never marked liquidity and just waited for a reversal in general, like just a displacement to the opposite side. But we have some liquidity up here and here. I think that's the most prominent one. We can mark this one just in case. 10 to 12, do we get a reversal? Okay, well, this is a weird one because we didn't mark any of our external liquidity. Even though we did get a liquidity sweep here, it did go higher first and then it did reverse technically. Now, technically it's also a continuation though because of this, but you do want it to go higher, sweep a liquidity point even for a continuation play. But let's see if it gave us an actual reversal. No fair value gaps in here, nothing but mess. mess. We do get market structure shift here and one here. So would y'all call this a continuation or a reversal? I feel like it is still, look, liquidity sweep, market structure shift to the downside. I'm gonna check that up too. It's still a reversal. I might mark both. I don't know. We've had some questionable trades on this session. I'm gonna still mark this up to reversal. We have 3 reversals, 1 consolidation, because we still came up, took out liquidity, and reversed back down. But it's overall a continuation play. But you still would have got a nice market structure shift entry off any of these orange lines, and you would have got a nice turtle soup as well. A liquidity sweep turtle soup for something like this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna check this up to reversal. You see, this is the reversal. This continuation reversal is what you want to catch if it's a continuation play. We don't want to just catch some like it runs up, hits our liquidity point and runs up. That's gonna be hard because it could reverse from our liquidity point or it could run up. But if our bias is strong to the downside, we want it to come up, sweep a liquidity still, even if it's internal, and then reverse back down is what we want on our continuation plays at this 10 a.m. time frame. That's why I'm going to count this as reversal, because this is an optimal reversal continuation play for our strategy if we're only taking reversals. This is one you could take. This is a continuation you could take because it gave a reversal, if that makes sense. If it does not make sense, I'm sorry to you guys. This one might be short since we're not really, we're just back testing, or we can just back test 1 billion trades. Since, I hit next session and you do next New York session. Okay. 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock is here. 12 o'clock is here. We probably swept some liquidity already. If we're already down here, looks like we're pulling back. We did not. Okay, there's liquidity down there. And we have equal lows close to it. And then our high is, what EMA do I have on? Because it's looking really nice. 20 EMA is looking very nice. Especially for like a break retest entry. But let's see. Let's see what we get. And we do have a lot of fair value gaps in here to reverse from. Not much liquidity. There is an internal one here. So let's see what we get at 10 a.m. Okay, we swept sell side. Let's see if we get reversal back to the upside, or does it just keep going down? All right, this giving continuation, but let's see if it reverses finally for us. And what time frame is this? 11 o'clock. Okay. And let's see if it reverses and how far it reverses. Because sometimes it pulls back a good bit to continue lower. I mean, this is, because see, for a continuation, the trade isn't good because where's your stop loss going to be? You would have gone in somewhere around here to take it a little lower, not much lower. However, for the reversal, your entry is probably here or probably above this fair value gap that's inverse, even though the candle closes up here. So maybe it's this candle. Let's see. This might be a consolidation day, but it did go. Where is that 10 a.m. liquidity point? I don't know exactly. I can't see. Okay, liquidity point for 10 a.m. was here. Did we hit it? We did not. So this is a consolidation day. I'm gonna chop that up to consolidation. Yeah, it's a decent trade enough that if you took it, you might have made some money. However, it didn't hit any liquidity point here. We would have got in and ran down too much before 10 o'clock. So we have 2 consolidation days, 3 reversal days. And then we have that 1 reversal continuation, together at ish day, but I still chopped that up to reversal. So far, we would have took 3 trades, and then there's 2 days we wouldn't have traded at all. So let's just see. And honestly, we might not even have to mark liquidity for this. That's something we'll do when we regular back test. Let's just see if it continues or it reverses. We're doing 10 to 12. Boom, boom. Okay, again, another shitty ass day. This is technically kind of a reversal here. There's no entry though. This is a true turtle soup. Very hard to see. The movement away from it is not even big enough for you to even give a shit about it. Let's see if we can see what it did on the 1 hour, but I don't. Let's see where the liquidity point actually was. I think it was even before our move, so it doesn't even matter. Let's see. Yeah, so another shitty trade, another shitty day, honestly. And even for 9:30, like what? Look at this, 9:30. We didn't get no movement this day, so this is another consolidation day. And what time of the year is it? This is January. So just this January, guys, prepare for shitty price action like this, because this is January 3rd. This is January 3rd of this year, actually. So we're already in 2024 in our back testing session. So if we keep doing this, we're gonna go to like 2021. Or 2022. Yeah, this January price action is ass is grass. So maybe we're taking January off this year. Even though I was doing pretty good in January this year, so I don't know what I was trading. I was up like 10K on my funded prop firm, my Forex one in January, which is like a lot of money. That's probably the most money I've made. Obviously, I couldn't cash out because of that eval, but I made some good money on the Forex. But Forex prop firm rules are different, so they allow you to do shit like that. Let's see. I'm not confident. Okay, this is giving continuation. So this is our first continuation. Don't really have any entries either unless you do a breaker tap is the only entry that you have. Would we play this in real life? I do not know. Maybe, because if there's not a fair value gap made to inverse, I usually will trade off of, like I've taken trades like this. I can't remember why I do, but I feel like I get in off of like a green candle, maybe like this one. So maybe like this would be my entry. Like a green candle's moving up, but there's no gap to inverse. There is, I don't know. Maybe we wouldn't trade this. I don't know. But that's not the point of this. We're at 4 consolidations and 3 reversals now. I mean, oh, I forgot. That's a continuation. Sorry. 3 consolidations, 3 reversals, 1 continuation. So this is some shitty price action right here. But this is a trade that is valid. So by the end of this backtesting session, I just want to see, like, do we really have to learn? Do we have to learn continuations, or can we just trade reversals and make a good amount of money and trade enough days? Like, I don't have to trade every day, but I need at least 4 trades a week. I'm sorry to say, maybe 3 trades a week. Okay, let's see. Do we get a reversal? Ooh, nasty. We still can get a reversal for this though. Yeah, finally a reversal. It's not a good one, but it's decent enough to trade. All right, so we're at 4 reversals, 1 continuation, and 3 consolidations. That's the thing. you can still trade those reversals wrong and lose. That's the thing too. So you have to know when to not trade the consolidations, not trade the continuations, or trade the continuations, and trade all these things properly. I did not mean to do that. I need to mark out 10 a.m. We're almost there. To 12 p.m. And let's see if we get a reversal. Okay, no reversal. It ran up the rest of the day. So no reversal on this one. Another continuation play. So now we're at 2 continuations, 4 reversals, 3 consolidations. Now let's see if we could get an entry on this. I think tomorrow I'm going to backtest the silver bullet fair value gap strategy, which is like you just find a fair value gap made and then you wait for it to tap into it and then play up above it. We didn't get tapped back in on this at all. But that's technically the trade. You'll just find a fair value gap. It could be made in the hour as well. And you wait for it to tap into it and then you play it higher. Look at this EMA going crazy here. You're an EMA trader. Some people trade EMAs only. I use EMAs after ICT entry though, and then as long as it's not touching, you can let the trade run. So you might sell here or sell here, but the EMA is telling you to hold on tight. Okay, so what's that? That's a continuation. I think I marked it. Next New York session. That shit ran up the rest of the day. Even in the PM session. We didn't get a PM reversal on that one. So this is what y'all should be doing. You should be backtesting your strategies and seeing how often it happens. Again, this is January. Price action is fucking atrocious. Okay, another continuation. So it's given January is continuation central, but now we still have more reversals than continuations, but we're almost there. We're at 3 consolidations, 3 continuations, and 4 reversals. And let's see if we do get that fair value gap tap. So I'm gonna backtest this tomorrow. Boom. So you'll get on the chart, this will be made, and then you'll just I traded like this for a little bit. It just didn't work with my emotions, but I kind of want to try it again. It's just, I don't know how to explain why it wasn't working with my emotions. But that's a beautiful trade. So you can trade. That's a great strategy, and you take it in the direction it's made in. So if it's green, you take it to the green. If it's red, you take it to the downside. Sorry. Okay, let's see the next New York session. Yes, we're at 3. We're very even right now. One more continuation, and it's the same as reversals. Noon. Let's see. We got a beautiful reversal today on the chart. So. And another continuation. So now we're seeing January's continuation. Do we get a fair value gap? Okay, so we have 2 that line up nicely. We have a green one here, tap, and then you should take it for a 1 to. Some people do 1 to 2. Or 1 to 1.5. I just started doing 1 to 1.5 because it hit more, but I started getting like stopped out at 1 to 2. So we have an inverted fair value gap and a green one that lined up perfectly. Let's see if we get a nice 1 to 2 or 1 to 1.5. We might not get it. Okay, we do get 1 to 1.5, but 1 to 2 is up here. Let's see if we get it. And you do. So that's a simple trade as well. A simple strategy. like I said. So January is looking like we're half and half. So we're probably gonna have to just learn continuations maybe. So we just have to get better at, myself included, if we see a fair value gap, we need to wait for it to get inversed or disrespected. Obviously today it didn't really give you an entry to get in to go higher before it reversed at a liquidity point. So I got in on the reversal. I did get faked out on this one for it to go down lower, but it is what it is. And this is why I use kind of the candle range theory. We're not doing that today, but it will lead you to at least where you think it's gonna go. Like here, this is 9 a.m., 10 a.m., liquidity up here. So you'll mark out a liquidity point and then you'll kind of know, hopefully. Yeah, you should be able to be like, oh, we're going up to here, you know what I'm saying? And or you wait for it to reverse at this point, if that's the reversal you're waiting for, you know? Like, you don't have to just wait, see if it reverses. I mean, this is an internal liquidity sweep, it could reverse from here. But, you know, you kind of wait for the higher time frame liquidity points to see, and this lines up with the London session. So it's a session liquidity and a hourly liquidity. That's a strong magnet to where the market wants to go. So yeah, so now we're tied at continuation and reversals, and then consolidations at 3. So January price action is giving continue. Let's see. Then yeah, tomorrow we'll just do the fair value gap and the fair value gap model, and then I'll be paper trading until I feel comfortable in one of these on live. Right now I've been doing the reversals. They've been being nice to me, so we'll see if they continue to be nice to me. Okay, 1 o'clock we would be up the chart. Okay, so we do get a continuation. Continuations are winning this win battle. What would the trade look like? Top of this candle, maybe 1 to 2. Boom. 1 to 2. Continuation is in the lead now off that fair value gap strategy. So it is working nicely. We'll see how it plays out tomorrow on the chart at 9 a.m. And that's what they say. It takes a year because of different market conditions. Because you'd have met me 6 months ago, you'd have thought I was just the best trader in the world. And I was. I actually was. And I was tooting my horn. I was predicting those markets so good as a beginner. And then different market conditions was like, hold my beer. Okay, this is kind of a nice reversal here. Too soon to tell, though. I mean, not too soon to tell. You could enter a trade off this, but right, give me some reversals. Give me my shit. This is a good reversal. That's a great reversal. Reversals and continuations are tied, so it looks like we're gonna have to learn how to play both. Sad to say. And then at 10 a.m. we would have got in super late, which sucks. Or I get on like 5 minutes before, so maybe I would have caught some of this candle. You would hope it goes down to this liquidity. However, we filled this whole gap. I would have took this little move. Not even gonna lie to you. I would have took this move. So we have a reversal. But this is what I like to play. I like to just play a reversal. At this time frame, I feel like reversals are the easiest to see. Continuations are not. And people always say trade with the trend, but the trend can easily reverse on you, and it's worse than catching a reversal. You at least know where to take a profit or where to cut your loss. Versus a continuation play, you don't really know where to get out if it goes against you. Half the time. I don't know where to put my stop loss on a continuation play sometimes. Okay, first of all, I'm kind of coming to the upside, so hopefully we get a reversal back up. But yeah, liquidity sweep down here, maybe go back up. It could run down. Let's see though. Okay, well, I mean, it is a reversal, but I don't know what. It did chop a little bit. Did it give us an entry though? This might be a consolidation day. Came, swept, lower. No fair value gaps in here. Market structure shift wasn't up till here. Liquidity to target didn't even hit this liquidity. It did hit this one. I don't think that risk to reward is even good enough. Let's see. Not even close. So no, that's a consolidation day. So January price action is fucking terrible. We have 4 consolidations, 5 reversals, 5 continuations. Now, if you know how to play continuations and reversals, this is still a great month for you. But I was hoping either continuations was just sweeping or reversals was just sweeping. And who did you learn from? ICT. Sorry, I'm bad with the chat. Let me check the chat. Let's take a break, check the chat. I learned from ICT. The man, the myth, the legend. We've been in the same range for 2 days, only break out the high of London from Monday. I agree. I like trading in ranges on higher time frames though. This is today's recap. Yes, I started a video with the recap of my trade always, and then I go into back testing. So yes, we're in a range. I don't mind being in a range on a higher time frame because it will go liquidity to liquidity and you'll get big moves. This was obviously I lost one, so this was a $600 day, this was a $700 day, and it just swept liquidity to liquidity, liquidity to liquidity, because again, on the higher time frame, it's just trading sideways. Now, when you have consolidation on a lower time frame, you're fucked. Then you're fucked. But on an hourly or a 1 hour, that's still a lot of money, and that's why when people are like, don't trade, market conditions, like what? Like on an hourly or even a daily consolidation is just easy liquidity reversal, liquidity reversal, liquidity reversal. Because this is what it's doing, it's trading sideways. So honestly, those are my favorite conditions, because some conditions like this, it's hard to catch a continuation unless you're a pro trader. It's really hard to catch. I mean, we did catch this. Luckily, it gave us a beautiful setup, but we did get stopped out first. And then it gave us a beautiful, came down, wicked, then reversed up with what you want to come down reverse. But some days you'll get on like this. We ran up in London, and this was our New York session morning. So no reversal. I think there was a little bit of a wick to the downside to catch, to go down and then come up. But when it's like this, yeah, that's where the money is made. In my opinion, to me, again, everyone has different favorable markets. So yeah, I learned from ICT. I did watch TJR's bootcamp as well, and then you just search different ICT terms that you need help with, and then you sit on the charts for months and months, and then you start to tailor things to yourself. Like there's things I do that TGR doesn't do, nor ICT does. It's just things that Erica does. That's my real name, if y'all didn't know. But yeah, so let's see if we get something. Okay, well that's a lot before 10 a.m. And a reversal, and I like this reversal. I think this is beautiful. Now this was a little fast, again, very fast. However, I liked this little fake out here, again, before 10 a.m. so I don't get faked out. See how on a 9:30 you can get faked out by a lot of shit, which is why I had to stop trading at 9:30. And then you could have took this trade to the heavens. So reversal is up to 6, continuations 1, consolidations 4. Again, this is January, so I haven't really noticed shitty price action like this until we back tested January. So this is the trade, maybe even a late entry. And honestly, yeah, liquidity equal highs up here, and there's equal highs up here. Will it keep running? Because I think, yeah, those equal highs up there were sitting pretty in the crop top. So great trade. And that is a reversal. It's still a reversal, even though, yeah, we're kind of going up already. But once we get on at 9:30, it reversed from, like, it's the strong wick. So honestly, these messy continuation reversals are like the best trades of the day if you can catch them. These are the ones. These are the beautiful ones. Let's do another one. Okay, we already do have a liquidity sweep, so it could be giving signs of reversal. And then we have liquidity up here. We'll just mark some again, and some up here. And do we have any sell side ones? Yeah, these were equal lows already swept on both sides. So it's, unless you look at like the 1 hour or the 4 hour. Oh no, we got it. That's why the 5-minute chart is, I like it better than the 1 minute chart. You can go back so far on full screen and see so much price action. Let's mark up 10 a.m. So yeah, I paper trade live, so I can paper trade with me, and that's what I'm talking about, because there's no reason to be scared if you're paper trading. So you need to be practicing, you need to be learning how to enter and exit, you need to be learning all that. Contract sizes, okay. This is the main liquidity point, so hopefully reverse from here, but if not, beautiful, beautiful, keep going. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Take out this liquidity and I'll be satisfied. And we did. That's the shit I'm talking about. A reversal. And a reversal, again, it's going to be more prominent and more strong on a higher time frame liquidity point. So remember that. A higher time frame liquidity point like this, look how old that shit is. This is 2 weeks ago before this one. So maybe not. 11 through the 17th, 6 days before. I see your learning curve was so much faster than mine. Thank you. I think, yeah, trading came naturally to me. So in 2020, my friend put me on trading, but I didn't take it seriously like this. I was just like, ooh, I can just buy and sell. And I was just like doing shit, doing support resistance. And I was losing money, obviously. But like when I went back to work on set, I kept like talking about trading and I kept missing it. Like even though I was dressing people and working with celebrities, I was like, oh, I miss trading, you know? Like it kind of came naturally to me. And then trading without these charts though, like trading on Robinhood and trading, I used to trade penny stocks and like pump and dumps, and I made like 30 grand doing that without having to do this, like read charts. So I was already kind of naturally good at it, I felt like. So I'm not gonna say you shouldn't take time to learn this, but I also don't like to put stipulations on how I learn, because I know a lot of people, especially people of color and women, who have learned trading in 6 months. Or longest people out of the people I know took 1.5 years. But again, if you give yourself 4 years, then I'm glad you stuck it out. And I agree. I feel like back then in 2020, people taught MACD, RSI, they were just saying dumb shit. So it was taking people so much longer to learn, versus I feel like, and I'm not saying MACD, RSI, retail doesn't work, but the way they were teaching it was just like 3 points. Break, or like supply and demand, like they teach it like so technically, versus ICT teaches it like, this is why the market moves, this is why it's doing this. And to me, it's like, I need a why for things, I guess. And I think with ICT, I got a why, versus with retail, I didn't. It's like, when this happens, be ready. And I'm like, well, I'm a beginner. How am I supposed to be ready? So it's like, I think people teach better now too than they did in 2020. So don't be too hard on yourself. Options hurt you. I liked options. Options do hurt though, but I feel like when I traded options, I traded so much better. When I start trying to get funded in trading prop firms, I start trading ass. And I probably would have been richer if I stuck with options. However, I do like futures price action better. I like the prop firms. I like having like the diversity. Like I trade my live account with my prop firm, and I can like get payouts from both and not depend on one or the other. So I do like that, and that's why I've been so adamant about trading prop firms, even though they've been making me unprofitable. But they do teach good risk management and all the things, so it's like, Take it and shut up. But I'm glad you stuck it out though. I also have an addictive personality, so once I fixate on something, I don't stop till I learn it. I did the same thing with dropshipping. I did dropshipping, but I quit for trading because the profit margins were fucking stupid, and I felt like with dropshipping, you spend more money unless you're doing it organically. I spent so much money dropshipping versus the money I've spent trading is way less. All right, we did get an eternal liquidity sweep. We got we didn't sweep these. We are close to these. But yeah, options do hurt. A lot of people, options traders, do like futures better. So if you like it, come on over. And also you can trade. Love that reversal. Let's see if we keep going lower. With futures, you can trade right now. You can be trading right now if you want. You can be trading. I used to trade at 8:30 for a little bit. I traded at night, overnight. I would wake up and trade London session, silver bullet a few times. And you can just, you're not refined to just 9:30 to 4:30 Eastern time. Especially when I lived in LA. Okay, this is a shitty day. So this is a day where we would have got faked out if we were continuing or reversing. But the reversal still was the better winner of the trades, I guess. But we would have, let's see. Okay, I wanted this invert. We did invert it. I probably would have got in like I did today. But once I pulled back and saw this higher time frame key level reversal, this is a strong high level of liquidity, we probably should have waited for that liquidity sweep. So I think the reversal was the better trade, obviously, but you could have played a continuation off. This is exactly what happened today on the chart, actually. We got an expansion to liquidity that some people traded that faked me out, just to go higher to a higher time frame liquidity, and then it gave me my trade with a shittier entry, obviously, because of this long displacement candle. But so this is one of those days where you get a both. I'm gonna mark it as a reversal trade though. Same with today. I could have waited for the reversal, and the reversal was still the bigger trade. The reversal is bigger than this trade, so I'm gonna give that point to the reversals. We're at 8 reversals now, 5 continuations, 4 consolidations. So reversals are still in the lead. So I feel like we should only be trading reversals, and if we don't get a consolidation, if we get a consolidation, we don't trade. If we get a continuation, we don't trade, and we should still be profitable. And then we can risk a little more. If we only trade reversals, we're not taking bullshit trades. You know what I'm saying? Will we all be able to stick with that? I don't know. You don't use Bookmap or any other kind of software? What is Bookmap? I've never heard of Bookmap. And what other softwares for what? Trading, backtesting, journaling? Like, what do you mean? What's up, Tay? You caught us at the end. We're probably about to be done. But reversals, yeah, reversals are up 8. Let's do one more. Let's just do one more. Bookmark for trading, no. I've tried a lot of platforms. I used Thinkorswim for options when I did. I tried Tradeovate, and then now I'm on NinjaTrader. So let's see what we get. We're still in January. Also today, since you just got here, January price action has been ass. Someone just said, you ever tried mechanical models? Because most people's reasons for not being profitable is emotions. What do you mean by mechanical models? Because if emotions are why people aren't profitable, then the mechanical models don't matter. You know, because that's my problem. It is the emotions. I read these markets up and down all day, but sometimes I execute it very shitty. All right, we did get a reversal. This is the ugliest reversal I've ever seen, but it technically is a reversal. We're gonna check it up to reversal. Look up Bookmap software when you get a chance. But what is it? Is it a futures broker? Like what is Bookmap before I look into it? All right, we're at, yeah. What is Bookmap? But what do you mean, Gervier by mechanical models? So after this backtesting session, We got 9 reversals. We got 5 continuations. And we got 4 consolidations. So that, how many trades is that? I didn't even spell that right at all. So that's 9, 14 out of 18 trades. These are the, and I use my phone obviously for TikTok, so I don't know the percentages of, out of 18 trades, 9 is, that's definitely less than 50% though. No, so it's 50-50, which is, I don't like those odds at all. I wish this was higher. Again, this is January price action. I would have loved this to be maybe 10 or 11. I'd feel a little better. So, but if you're risking a little more, your stop losses are good, you're trading the reversals properly, you'll still be profitable. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're not getting in shitty trades and losing here, or not losing twice here, and your losses are smaller than your wins, you also should still be profitable. So it shows liquidity zones kind of peeking behind the scenes. You probably don't need it anyway. So it's a software that shows you liquidity zones. So it's like a broker with indicators. Like I'm so confused. I'm very confused. But yeah, I don't like this at all. And even this reversal, let's see. Do we get a gap? No fair value gap. So you could have entered off the breaker. Some people do change of state delivery as the body. So this is your entry wouldn't even have been until here. Where's the liquidity point to target? So far, just here, which is not super great. Stop loss. I mean, it's still over 1 to 1.5. Not terrible, but it's just messy. It's very messy here in this trade. So January price action is fucking horrible. So tomorrow we'll back test, and I'm gonna jot it down like this too, so we'll know the fair value gap theory. So on this day, you wouldn't even have gotten a fair value gap theory entry or at all, which is, it's just a 5-minute chart. Casper SMC has a video on it if you want to watch it, and it's just 5-minute fair value gap, wait for it to tap into it and go up. However, when I was doing this, a guy told me when I was trading this in real time to do a fair value gap on the 15-minute. So you find one on the 15-minute that it should be tapping into or going away from, and then reverse from there. So it's still a reversal technically. So you would hope something like this, like there's a fair value gap up here, you hope it comes into it and then reverses from it or something like that. So we'll back test that tomorrow, like fair value gaps during the silver bullet. I mean, so far, again, it's still given that I should only be trading reversals, so I need to stick to those rules of only trading reversals at 10 a.m. Waiting for the liquidity sweep. And the only reason why I lost today is because the S&T divergence was yesterday, and I thought it would do the same thing today. Like, you usually wait for a liquidity sweep, but you need to make sure you're looking at the S&T divergence. And I did not. I caught both trades, luckily, but I need to be paying attention to that. So I need to note that on, I don't know what time frame will be the best. Oh, probably the 15-minute, because I don't like hopping time frames at all. So yeah, this was the S&T yesterday, and then today we did it. So yeah, maybe the 15-minute chart, I'll just make sure there's no S&T, and then I'll go down to the lower time frames when we trade. But yes, this is how you do it. I did learn really fast. ICT just made sense to me. It clicked for me. Once you find something that clicks for you, your learning will be fast. You just have to find something, whether it's supply and demand, whether it's support and resistance, something that you see on the chart and you see it over and over. And even when you're watching it in real time play out, you're like, you can mark it up like this without taking a trade. You can be like, oh, this is a good trade, and then you know why it didn't go your way, and that's when your journey really starts. Because you see how I read the markets good, but like I had to like watch it in real time for a year. You know, you have to watch the different market conditions. You know, you have to just like prepare yourself for all these things. But It's a great journey and I love it. You have to love it too. The thing about trading, unlike all the other business models I've done and tried, it's definitely the hardest to learn, but once you learn it, it's the easiest. It's the easiest life you're gonna have after the fact. Like business is easy-ish to learn. It's still hard. Business is hard. I'm not gonna. All of the shit is hard. Business is hard. Turo is hard. Everything is hard. But business you can scam, you can fake, you can do a lot of things. You can manipulate. But then once you start getting sales, your work gets harder in a sense of like you have to now manage employees, get content made, do all this shit. Versus when you're trading, it's harder in the beginning, but once you learn it, you're just on the chart for 10 minutes, 2 hours a day, making $10,000. You're keeping all the profit margin, unlike business. You're not keeping all the profit margin in business. Your profit margins are slim. They're like 20 to 40% on a good year. You know what I'm saying? And then you're becoming a shitty CEO where you're cutting costs of your product costs. You're raising your prices for your customers. Like business is just such a shitty, scammy ass game. Versus trading, like once you learn the skill, you just repeat, rinse and repeat. There's no, I need to, besides scaling higher, but there's no, I need to cut costs here, I need to do this here. It's just, now I can use 5 contracts, now I can use 10 contracts, now I can use this. I'm a little unprofitable, I'm going back down to 5. But now 5 contracts, you're still making money. You're done. Like I trade, I go to the gym, and I bedrock all day. I'm not gonna sit here and be like those guys like Andrew Tate and shit. Now, when you have a business, you might have to do that shit. Wake up early, go to the gym, eat good. I trade nicely, make sometimes thousands of dollars in a day, go to the gym, and be a useless piece of shit for the rest of the day. That is true freedom. Obviously, you don't have to be a useless piece of shit the rest of the day. I try to fill my days up more. I walk to do my errands now, no matter how far it is, like 2-mile walks. I don't just to get the time of the day to go by faster now that I don't work. But it is true freedom once you figure it out. It's hard and it sucks, and I get it, and it's not for everyone, and not everything is for everyone, and that's okay. And if you want another entrepreneurial job, get a sales job, get in real estate, work in film. I loved working in film. Do that. You'll make good money in that. You'll work a lot of hours, but you'll make good money and you'll be very self-sufficient. Thank you, Tony. I think I am pretty smart. I read a lot. I educate myself a lot. I have a wandering mind, which makes me smart, which is a nice thing to have, especially as a woman. But yeah, we'll backtest again tomorrow. And we'll try to do the silver bullet fair value gap model, and then we'll just really hone in on my strategy, and I'll just keep backtesting that the rest of the year. I feel like we're doing good with backtesting. I feel like I've been doing good with trading. We really have been honing in on these 10 a.m. reversals. Yeah, sorry you're late. I get on at 8 Eastern. 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific time, 7 Central, and 6 p.m. my time, which I think is Arizona time. So yeah, you missed it. But I do this every day, Letty. So you can come back tomorrow. I live trade in the morning at 10 o'clock now. 9:55 in the morning I live trade. And then I do these back tests every night. So come back tomorrow, girl. I usually do them for like an hour, 15 minutes. So I usually would have like 25 more minutes, but I feel like at this we've got the gist of today's session. Reversals, continuations, consolidations, and yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Are you